Hello, and welcome to the Engineering Influence podcast brought to you by Bentley. My name is Thomas Grogan, Senior Director for Economics and Market Intelligence here at AEC, and I'm very happy today to be joined at our fall conference with Ronen Vengosh, the SVP of Industry Practices and Solutions at Ignite. Ronan, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so how are you enjoying the conference so far?
The conference is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love the sessions, I love the networking. It's a great event.
Great. Well, we're very happy to have you here. We're also talking after we just had a keynote on AI. I feel like it's great to talk to an expert such as yourself in Ignite and all the great things you're doing around AI and technology. One question I'd like to ask you is, what does digital transformation mean to you?
Well, digital transformation is a pretty broad topic.
Yeah.
And when most folks talk about digital transformation, they talk about kind of the set of software and applications that are deployed in organizations. But to me, the most important thing of digital transformation is the change management. Mm-hmm. It's changing of kind of the processes, it's training of the team, to really try to do things in a new way that's more efficient, that's more effective, and importantly more adaptable. So that's kind of my take on digital transformation.
Yeah, very interesting. And Ignite works with a lot of AEC firms. For an AEC firm who is thinking about going or embarking or continuing a digital transformation journey, what are kind of some of the best practices or tips, tricks, things to be aware of that they should consider that you see in your day-to-day at Ignite?
Yeah, so as you pointed out, we serve over 4,000 customers in the industry, and I spend much of my time talking to CIOs about exactly these issues. What is the best way to approach the problem and so forth. And one of the most important things, but also most neglected things that I want to mention in this context is the importance of getting all the data organized in a way that supports the transformation. Right? So there's a lot of talk about AI these days, and justifiably so. It's a massive new technology that's going to transform the way the industry does business. But one of the prerequisites to getting this to work effectively and to get the most out of AI is really being able to have a fundamental data layer that's reliable, that's secure, that's properly governed, right? And I'll give an example. So one of the, historically, a lot of the firms in the industry have been using what I call security through obscurity as a way. Essentially, nobody can find the data, therefore it's secure, right?
Right.
Well, with AI, that's no longer the case. If somebody has access to certain data and they ask a question of the AI, they're going to get the answer.
Yeah.
Right? And so to get to use AI effectively to support all these digital transformation workflows, it's critical to first make sure the data is properly curated, that it's properly secured, that permissions and who has access is properly set on that data set, because otherwise you're in for a great deal of pain and trouble. So that's kind of one of the key places to start in the journey.
Great. And so say for a smaller firm might only have 8 to 10, 20 employees, and they might not have the resources of a very large firm, so they don't have a chief data officer, they don't have a chief information officer. What are kind of some strategies that they can think about for avoiding some of these potential issues with, say, data security, data vulnerability?
Yeah. So one thing I'll say is that again, and especially with smaller firms, but I've seen this across firms of all sizes. There's this misperception that security and kind of data governance is something that can be achieved manually, that you can kind of train your employees to do the right thing, to put things in the right place and have the proper securities. This is nearly impossible to do. Right? It doesn't matter how big your firm is, policies on their own, training on its own is not going to get you where you need to go. Simply because data changes, teams change, permissions change over time, and it's very, very hard to keep track of all of that stuff. So my advice to folks is, first of all, to have very sound policies in place. but then secondly, to find ways to implement these automatically. So it's about automation in data governance as well, not just focusing on the productivity part of the equation, but also on the governance side of the equation as part of that digital transformation effort.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And so, talking though about the employees, right? Because we are all professional service firms who are selling our time and doing consulting. What are some maybe employee-centric ideas or solutions, or are firms not ready yet to kind of help their employees or use their employees' talents to become more digital, more modern? How do you see, or what firms have been successful in kind of getting the change management with their employees on doing this journey? How does that work, basically?
Well, so first of all, change management is not a thing that you do once.
Right.
It's something that you do on an ongoing basis. The firms that I've seen be the most successful are the ones that are most adaptable and flexible, because a lot of this digital transformation business requires new ways of doing business. It's not simply taking what you're doing today and kind of, simply moving it to the cloud or implementing AI on top of it. Sometimes the processes themselves need to change. And without that part of the transformation, you're not going to get the full impact, right? So the firms that have been most successful that I've seen, that I've been collaborating with, are the ones that really kind of take the time to rethink. Like, as we're making this transformation, should we also change the way we're doing business? Are our processes, the right processes? Are the tools that we're using the right tools? Our policies. Should our policies change, right? So those are some of the key elements of success, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, fascinating. Well, we're gonna wrap up, but I want to end and get your thoughts. What are you most optimistic about in the future of digital transformation in the AEC space? What can firms look forward to that is a great opportunity? Instead of everything being doom and gloom and we're all going to lose our jobs, what are these advantages we can take advantage of?
Well, I for one am a tech optimist. I am very excited about the future of tech and about the future of digital transformation, AI in general. I think there's tremendous wealth to be created by these technologies. Right, there's definitely going to be things to figure out. We're going to have to figure out the distributional aspects of all of this, but the productivity, we're about to have a productivity revolution, right? When an individual can do a lot more. To me, folks are focusing on, there's going to be job loss and so forth. I actually think that there's going to be just a lot more accomplished. So firms are going to be doing a lot more, are going to be a lot more productive, and are going to be doing it more efficiently and more effectively. So call me a tech optimist to put me in that corner.
All right, great. Well, Ronan, thank you so much for joining us on our podcast today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the fall conference.
I will. Thank you. Thanks for having me. This is a great conference, and I'm privileged to be here. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.